Okay, I think I'm gonna catch it. Okay, alright. The wisp floats there in the center of the Ocho.
Hey, Tavilion. What's going on? Is it communicating with us? Kier, use your communicator.
Okay. No, this only speaks dog. So...
Okay. Well, is it speaking dog?
No. Yes? No.
I'm stumped.
Who is a good boy?
Oh, I know. Gregor runs back with a lemon, picks out a seed, and places it on the ground. Eh?
The wisp seems to appraise it. Its form begins to blur, stretch. It disperses itself into a sudden cloud of raining mist.
Ha!
In fact, all of the fruits around the village begin to twitch, growing with almost an uneasy fervor.
Yay!
That's a good thing.
Looks like we did it.
That's a good thing.
Who wants to inspect those gross tomatoes? I'll do it. I pick a tomato, it's still growing in my hand. Pulsy.
Familiar man walks past. Oh, I forgot to thank you so much for saving my life. Twice.
You're welcome.
With the bread. And, a tomato. From my tomato. It's been so long since I've had an Ocho tomato.
Wait. This is seeming like it's going somewhere bad.
Wasn't he really sick on these things initially?
Let me just cut this open.
It's twitching with life energy, popping with it even.
Tomato force.
Seems kind of healthy, actually. It's hard to get that much life energy in something.
It's a terrible tomato. Horvin looks down dismissively.
Okay.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Give me a bite of that sick-ass spud, boy. Seer grabs the tomato out of his Gregor's hands. Now, it might look gross, and it might smell gross, and it might be trying to mildly infest my arm, but I guarantee you that this tomato is 100% pure deliciousness, just like those lemons. Does it taste cursed? Okay, maybe I'm tasting a little bit of the... Oh my god. Oh, Kilos collapses to the ground. Oh, no.
What? Is it a curse?
It's the worst thing I've tasted in my... It's like it's rotting. It's like it's rotting in my mouth. The peasant walks out, grabs another one. It's the taste I like so much, though. He takes the bite. Yeah, it's like worms are wriggling in my mouth and stomach.
I'm really not sure how to interpret this.
Oh, it tastes so bad, but I can't stop eating. Kilo stands up
signals
and continues to eat the tomatoes. God damn, this is fucking great.
Well, I'm an optimist, so I'm gonna think that it's good.
This is
good.
no. This is clearly a curse, and they've just got tasting a little bit. It's a little it's almost addictive. Oh yeah, I need some more of that. Oh please.
You still there, Telvillian? Hello? Oh boy.
You notice that people have begun to eat the tomatoes all across the village. They're simultaneously screaming with pain, but they continue eating. Tears begin to well in Kirlos's face. I want these tomatoes everywhere. Oh my god, they're an effective weapon and ration. Holy shit. I feel energized. I feel like I could fight 100 more battles. Oh god, but I'm also gonna throw up. Kilos takes a few steps away. Okay, Gregor, working with a new theory here. Maybe he doesn't understand how human taste buds work.
There's a lot going on here.
You know, there's probably only one way to find it out for ourselves, man. Kier reaches forward, grabs the tomato, and splits it open. You wanna bottoms up?
I thought you were gonna say ask Lin.
No.
Okay, yeah. All right. Kiers. Or smacks his tomato against Kiers.
Each take a bite. Strangely enough, it's not even half as bad as the people we're talking about. In fact, Gregor, it tastes really damn good. Like, really, really damn good. Kier, kind of short. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I really want some more, though. Holy crap. Like,
yeah,
it's really nutritious.
Maybe I got a weird one. Let me try one from over here.
The peasant continues shoveling tomatoes into his mouth. Its eyes widen. I can see him. The red deity's returned. You need to stop. You need to stop it with that devil talk, man.
Yeah. This one's pretty good. I think this turned out okay.
Something peeks around the corner with a sheepish smile. Oh no. Oh man, I think the tomatoes were bad, Gregor.
Oh boy.
A creature, deer-like in nature-ish, wanders forward, tapping its hooves through the dirt. It taps the ground. The tomatoes blossom nearby. It walks up, stares you dead in the face. Nah. It takes a few steps away. Oh man. Okay.
Well, the bright side isn't it didn't murder us.
As it walks past, in fact, the flora flourishes, growing incredibly verdant. Nah.
Well, that's pretty definitive.
That's definitive of what?
That's Telvillian.
That's Telvillian.
Mystery solved.
I hate to admit, did he always have such a creepy human face? Orvin looks down at his tomatoes. Are we hallucinating right now?
Nah, I see it too, and I rarely hallucinate.
Definitive, okay, so friendship won?
Friendship wins.
I don't feel
No more fighting, for right now at least.
I have to actually hand it to you. Yes, you were correct. I don't feel correct.
Now we just have to stop everybody from fighting because they're being jerks, and we have to stop Jin from being a racist asshole.
I feel like we won a big goddamn battle today, and we got a lot of kick-ass to be. They keep growing. They just keep growing. Is it because of that monster wandering around, terrifying all the children? Nah.
Yeah. Don't be afraid, children. He's friendly.
He's definitely friendly. Oh boy. Well, yes, I'd like to congratulate you on a job well done. This is a true Shin Colin victory right here. Oh boy, this is great though. This is great. The future's looking mighty bright. Yocho's gonna become a wonderland, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's pretty wondrous.
Kier, apparently, whatever's happening is a little too heavy for Kier. I'm just gonna go sit down by the murderous pile of rocks.
Okay. Have fun, buddy. Now on to phase 2.
Which is? I mean, we could probably have a big meeting with all the clan leaders about how...
Yes!
Yeah.
A big meeting.
With all the clan leaders.
With all the clan leaders.
I could probably do that. I should
we
probably
could do
head
that.
I should probably be in charge of that.
Yes.
Extremely and should CEO of that. Leader de facto of that. In fact, haha, I'm doing it first! And just as strangely as this adventure began, it came to a close for the city of Hamlet of Yocho. Gregor spent the rest of the afternoon attending a meeting between the clan leaders in which they discussed arm wrestling, the relationship with the ban, and what should be done going forward. Very rapidly, the fight man learned that these individuals are quick to agree on anything that involves solid action, but when it comes to general policy, morality, and larger issues, they'll sit around and talk, or, in Dao's case, not talk about it all day. He only manages to escape as the sun begins to set. He examines the town, his work, what's been done over the past few days, and finally has a moment to reflect. He joins Kira on top of the pile of murderous rocks. Somewhere in the distance, Dao wanders around rubbing the very strange Telvillian on pretty much anything. It blooms instantaneously.
Well, we did something.
You know, a lot of things happened. Like a lot. Like a lot of things. A lot of things happened very rapidly. Like, I don't know, man. I thought I had this whole morality thing figured out. I thought that the relationship between spirits and humans would be as simple as, like, we either really like each other, which is, you know, what I thought it would be like, or we really hate each other, which is, like, what I think Horvin kind of thinks it's like. But,
It can be one and then change to the other.
Or looking at that thing off in the distance, I don't even know what to think. Is that friendship? Is that a...
I think we should believe it is.
Is that a man rubbing a goat on shrubbery to make it bloom?
I think that's a metaphor, kid.
Look, dude, listen, like, when it comes down to it, I've been thinking a lot about morality and trying to understand, like, what's right and wrong, and I think at the end of the day, he says the co-creature, I just don't really get it. Like, not to say, like, when this whole thing started out, right? You grabbed the flower, and at first I was with Ash, then I was with you, then I started to wonder about it, and that wasn't, like, really fair of me to just try to break it down in terms of my morality, because, like, this is what you do. You're a just person. Like, just breaking it down in terms of what I think is right or wrong is it's basically the same thing as sort of denying you. I don't care about this stuff that much because I can't get it, dude. Looks around.
Well, like you said, I'm just a dude.
I mean, no, but man, like, it's more than that. Like, when it comes down to it, I've been thinking long and hard about who I want to protect and why I want to protect them, but this justice thing, this morality, it never really meshed with me. For most of my life, I was a guy who lived alone and tried to occasionally make friends. Now that I finally got them, thinking about what needs to happen to the world, it's all too big. So, like, Gregor, I don't think I'll get what you talk about when you talk about justice. Comes right down to it. I'm sorry, but that's not necessarily not necessarily a bad thing, because, like, I don't know. Like I said, I don't get any of this when it comes down to it, but that doesn't mean I don't respect what you're doing here.
That's okay, Kier. You don't have to get it, just as long as you're not doing something crazy when you don't understand.
Yeah, like, no.
That'd be bad.
I don't want to leave it at that either. Like, I'll trust that justice of yours to the end of the world, man. Like, I don't think I can understand it myself. Like you said earlier, if I've got a problem, I'll come to you. The same obviously goes for you. Like, right now you really needed help with something, and I was really glad to be here. Like, this was important to me. Like, I know it was important to you, but it was important for me to be here because I've never really been there for someone before, and, well, it felt good.
It was important that you were here, Kier. Thanks for supporting me.
No problem, but this, he looks down at the two swords. Yeah, thank you. You're my bro too, but
you're my bro.
This isn't me. He looks down at the dual swords. I'm not a hero type.
You're not a two-sword guy.
I'm definitely not a two. Have you seen me with these things? Like, really?
Yeah. You left really big gouges going to and from Tavilian's grave.
I mean, like, I'm gonna stop trying to pretend that I understand anything about this nation or what needs to be done, and I'll leave all that heavy lifting to you. Kier hops down and lobs the two swords into the now algae-filled trench next to him. Like, when it comes down to it, Gregor, you're a whole lot smarter than me. So I'm gonna trust you with this, and, like, you need my help, you got it.
Kier, we're both smart in different, weird ways.
Yeah. Now, like, I don't know. I think it's about time to probably check up on Marcus, see what he's up to.
Yeah.
I
wish we could check up on Ash too.
Yeah, I mean that'll work itself out probably, but, like,
I hope so.
You want to come along? You gonna stay? I know this village is pretty damn important to you.
I care about a lot of stuff, Kier. I think they're in good hands here.
Sounds good. Let's head on back to that drink hole.
Gregor puts Kier in a body lock called a hug.
He continues walking. Now, like, I've been thinking, I don't know, I've been sword training instead of engineering, and that's fucking stupid, so I'm done with that shit. I got so many ideas that I think you should probably help me out with them, because I need just tinier hands, and there are no imps around, so I need small hands. Like, not giant Kier hands, I need small hands.
Okay, I can do that. This one isn't working so well. Yeah, it's still kind of in that claw wrestle handshake pose.
Yeah, I noticed about that. Don't worry. We could get you fitted with a RoboClaw, like, at any time. That's like, I managed
Really?
I managed to juggle that and sword training. Some things are just more important, you know? The two wander off into the sunset to probably find Marcus. Probably. The sun finally tucks down behind a faraway mountain. Darkness falls on Jinkala. And in the park, amidst the shadow and the devastation, lies Ash. Her body lies there on the grass, held together by gravity.
I still managed to keep one hand on the hilt of a dagger I have tucked away.
Yes, I know. I take one more step and you'll throw that dagger and kill me instantaneously.
Like you could take a step.
Yes, I could. I'm perfectly fine for walking. It's the arm that isn't doing so well. Use your eyes. They glow in the dark. Can't they see in the dark?
No, they can't see in the dark, and I know for a fact I hit both arms.
So, we appear to have reached something of an impasse. I'm completely out of magic, and as I said earlier, one more step, and
Yeah, you're not out of ass to get kicked, though.
Thank you? Ian stares at you, shrugging. No, in fact, I think I am. She takes a few steps over and collapses against a wall.
I try and crane my head up to see what that noise was.
Well then, are you very well satisfied?
Satisfied? You're the one that attacked me!
Yes.
You came out of nowhere and provoked me. What do you mean, am I satisfied?
Oh, provoked. Those were the stones of greeting.
What?
I also had a cinder block of reconciliation tucked away too, but that's
You hit me with a cinder block.
Yeah, do you feel reconciled yet?
No, I'm fucking pissed, Inian. What do you think?
Yeah, broken clavicle will do that to you. But, No. My point was merely, the fight's clearly over. None of us can do any more. I could try to throw something together, some sort of spell that would be, in terms of quality, but, as it stands, I don't particularly feel like it. As you so delicately put it, you did hit both arms, and both of them are quite, destroyed.
Good. Bet you're gonna have a bit of a hard time using, all that fancy magic now, huh?
I bet you're gonna have me on that fancy No. My concern here was primarily that you feel fulfilled. I know for a fact we didn't settle things on top of that wizard tower, and things are feeling relatively settled now. I'm content. I'm certainly content. I'm feeling extremely content.
As much as I am loath to admit it, I am feeling better than when we first started fighting.
Yes. It's always important. What? Really? That's weird.
You're weird!
Something snaps inside of Ash.
No, this is the disadvantage of not killing you outright. Now I have to sit
like you could.
And now I have to, yeah, really? Okay, good. And now I have to sit here and listen to your inane blathering. Okay, listen.
Sit. You can't walk away. Did I, in fact, land a blow on one of your legs, too? Oh, don't start with that. We're not gonna...
Yes. No, I have to admit, to a certain extent, I was not exactly pleased with the outcome of that fight. I like things to be more cut and dry, final. If I leave an enemy out there, I'd like to leave them crushed, knowing exactly who crushed them.
Well, I'm not exactly crushed. I can't get up, but I'm willing to bet. I try and sit up. I'm willing to bet you're not in much better shape, huh?
Sounded mighty crushed to me. No, my point was merely that something about that resolution rubbed me the wrong way.
The wizard tower?
Yes, the wizard tower. At the time, I might have acted in a way that I did not I might have acted in a way that did not behoove my eminence. Let's say you opened up and told me some significant details about your background that perhaps
I did. It's not just let's say, Inian.
Let's say that happened.
Did.
And I understand that was something very important to you. Yes, indeed. When we reached the top of that tower, I had a response to a certain item that may or may not have granted magical abilities, that may or may not...
You're putting a lot of may or may nots between you and the actual events, Inian.
That did cause me to react with a certain amount of irrationality I normally do not possess. I am a calculated individual. I like to think about things. I like to do what pleases me. But when certain things involve my background, something I didn't share with you, I expected you to act in such a way as if you understood me. As if that moment we shared was some sort of a connection.
Felt kind of the same in you.
Yes. But I volunteered very little about myself and expected you to act in such a way that you understood me fully. There's more to my personality than I merely let on, and I had no right to judge you or act rashly because I did not share that aspect of myself. So...
Are you apologizing?
Yes, I wish to apologize, not mincing words about it, after mincing many words about it.
I try to prop myself up against this rock to stare over at Inian. I accept the apology, Inian.
It did make me appear to be quite the douchebag, as they say. To simply jump to a conclusion based on my own interpretation and expect all others to follow. Others only have the information we volunteer to them.
Well, I appreciate the apology, Inian. Thank you.
No, you also need to understand my perspective on it. Perhaps I would have been more willing to listen if your instantaneous conclusion wasn't, Inian, this doesn't involve you. You signed a contract. This doesn't involve you.
I reacted. I felt betrayed, Inian. I opened up to you, and I expected some sort of, I don't know. I expected something.
Oh, no, I expected something. I expected you to listen to my perspective. I went and acted like I did the second I realized you weren't listening. Like, perhaps we had shared a moment, and your instantaneous response was, oh, I'm going to cut this person out. They're not part of this decision. Because they have a different perspective than mine. It was the moment that you started to say, you aren't part of this. I'm going to take this back to the bar and discuss it with my friends who have done such things as slapping Evil Twin in front of their name and calling it a disguise and putting on a pair of sunglasses and thinking it makes them a different person. I went a little insane when their counsel was valued more than mine just because we had a point of disagreement. That isn't how things work.
Oh, Inian, when you put it like that...
But once again, it wasn't fair of me to take the course of action that I did. But the second I saw you once again, I was reminded of the fact that we didn't have it all out, so to speak. I had a lot of frustration and tension build up, and, well, I sought a resolution.
Well, it was a very satisfying resolution, Inian. I try to give her a thumbs up or a gesture of some kind, but do not, as my arm is still broken.
A moment of awkward silence moves through the park as the social cues say Ash should be doing something, but nothing happens.
I'm trying to motion at you in a friendly manner, but my arm is still broken.
Why would you do that?
Why would I do what?
Oh, yes, good. Let's flash Inian a thumbs up in the pitch dark where she can't see anything.
Look, it's a habit. It's a habit.
Broken ass. Yes, your habits stink.
You stink.
You stink.
I still have a knife, Inian.
Yeah, you can hit me from over here. I have your projected range.
Uh-huh. Well, your projected whatevers were clearly wrong during that entire fight on multiple occasions. No, Inian, I do apologize too. I acted, like I said, unfortunately, and I appreciate you seeking out this confrontation. It did me some good. And there's no pressure to talk of it, but if you ever want to talk about what caused you to act as you did on top of the tower, then I'd be...
Oh, I've got stories for centuries.
Good. Well, good.
They're really good. Yeah, like they're really great. Marcus would blush. He'd blush
I'm sure he would.
Turn bright red like one of those tiny men that follows him.
An imp. It's an imp, he calls them.
No, he doesn't.
Pretty sure. I've recently found myself with a lot of free time, Inian, so I have lots of time to listen if you're willing to talk.
Yes, I've started working on new magic as well. You won't even believe the type of things I can accomplish with the food around here. It's unbelievable.
The food?
Yes, I need to start earning money back somehow. It all exploded, and no hard feelings about that.
Oh, I completely forgot about that.
Well, seeing as how the post-fight adrenaline is wearing off and the awkwardness has set in, I'm just going to stand up and exit the situation before it gets any worse, as
wait.
I am wont to do.
Before you leave, Inian, before we fought, I mentioned I had some questions, and I figure you're, oddly enough, someone who is specialized in a certain area that might be good at addressing said question. You were in the Rune Carvers Guild, right?
Yes.
When you look at me, what do you see?
I see an interesting magical phenomena paired with a bunch of other interesting magical phenomena. In my book, it elevates you barely beyond the level of human. You're barely above the level of mundane when it comes to the vastness of the world. And you know what? That actually kind of makes you interesting.
Well, that wasn't really the answer I was expecting, but I'll take interesting. I can work with interesting.
There's a place in Honorant, an entire village full of creatures in the shape of a shoebox with ears and tails.
What?
This world, Ash, my point is, this world is full of unexplored oddities. Trying to understand strangeness is, well, that's the meaning of life, isn't it?
It is. And, well, that's what I'm trying to figure out right now. I'm trying to figure out how I should think about my life so that I can start trying to think about my life.
Well, if you're looking for an answer, you probably won't find a good one for a very, very long time. Just enjoy the process. Everything is infinitely, fascinatingly weird, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Wish it was a little easier to understand sometimes.
Furry shoeboxes with ears and tails.
Stop comparing me to cat shoeboxes.
I don't think I will. And you here begin to shift away, and if you're willing to find me, just leave food out somewhere. I'll probably be able to find it.
Inian, I can patch you up before you head out if you want.
No, I'm fine. She waves.
I relax back against the rock I'm reclining on and just stare up at the stars. What a weird day.
Marcus has sat for quite some time, nursing his cup of coffee. It's gone from hot to lukewarm to cold. He sits, the air warm around him. Yet surprisingly, the once oppressive dimension feels empty.
It's not fair, Spirit Sherpa. It just ain't fair.
You notice you can't hear your Spirit Sherpa's words.
What was that? Huh, you're usually a lot more talkative like this, although you kind of tend to mumble. You feeling all right? You want some coffee? Are you like a part of my psyche that I've neglected?
Spirit Sherpa puts one finger in the air, takes a step behind the chair. His form begins to stretch grotesquely.
Okay.
You hear bones snapping.
It
stretches,
not
bracing
normal.
itself around the entire platform. A great gray creature. Sup?
Hey.
How's it going? You've
I'm,
had a pretty rough day.
Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, it has been really rough. You've grown, haven't you? You've gone through some changes?
So, first of all, do you mind if I crack open a brewski?
I have literally no idea where you got that from, but go for it. I don't know why I'd be against that. So, you're part of my brain.
Yeah, you can call me whatever you want. I'm technically a thin layer of blood and tissue that stops your brain from going nuts.
Neat. Huh, I thought I made you up myself.
Yes, you did it when your cousin stole $5.50 from you. That was extremely uncool.
That was so uncool. I almost
Mind if
forgot
I
about
crack
that.
open another?
Are you done with the... Okay, sure, just... Okay, you can toss your empty on the floor if you want. Can I have one of those?
Are you cool?
Dude, Marcus raises one eyebrow. Are you kidding me?
As a bit of meat in your brain, I already knew you'd say that. And the fact that you're totally not an arc. He slides the brewski across the table to you.
Yep, definitely not an arc.
Now you can call me whatever you want. Spirit Sherpa, future me, or what most people go with, God.
I'll go with Spirit Sherpa. I think Spirit Sherpa's fine.
Rad.
Yeah.
He clinks his beer with yours, his gigantic hands barely gripping it. So yeah, you've been having a pretty rough time.
Yeah, not what I was expecting to go through while I was in Gincana.
Yeah, normally I just kind of take you to some sort of demented space where your brain can sort of unmush. Now it seems I need to be a little louder about it. Mind if I light up?
No, that's fine. Do you need a light?
Yes.
Okay. Marcus snaps his fingers and a light flickers to life on his thumb. There you go. You, I don't know where you got that pack of cigarettes, but yeah, smoke away.
So yeah, you're stuck here because you came to some conclusion, and your stupid tour guide shut the door behind him.
That's pretty much the best way of putting it. Yeah, I don't think that he liked that I was just kind of able to deal with the existential crisis so well.
Yeah.
He seemed a little annoyed about that. I don't know why, but it was extremely rude of him to just leave me like this.
The creature leans in, its massive form partially eclipsing the table. It puts one hand to the side of its mouth and whispers, bellowing into your ear. Between you and me, he took about 8 hours on his test.
No kidding?
No, not even joking. What a nerd.
What a nerd! That's hilarious! I high-five my Spirit Sherpa.
It continues gripping the platform, most of its gigantic body spilling off into the ether below. But when it comes right down to it, he did have a good point.
Yeah. I mean, I know that figuring it out on the fly is kind of my style, but I guess it's kind of risky to, just leave everything to that in the future. I'm sure that I'll be fine. But
you'll probably be fine because, yeah, collectively we're extremely cool. But
it's kind of true.
But at the same time, there's something you looked over. You're underestimating yourself, me.
Am I me? I don't regularly underestimate myself. It's not something that generally happens.
You might act like a total egotist every second of the day, and we love that, trust me. But
I nod.
But at the same time, there's some aspect of your personality you have yet to fully sell yourself on. He told you to find a reason to fend off the crippling madness. Obviously, you did that instantaneously because you're pretty much the best around.
I nod, smiling slightly.
Your sentiment was that you'd be fine, that you could pretty much find anything to stave off that madness any second of the day. You're cool enough, whatever, no big deal.
Mm-hmm. Sounds right.
But a while ago, you said the people who truly control the world are the politicians, the tacticians, the vizier. That spoke to your ego. It was pretty damn cool. You're not wrong about that shit. Strategy, manipulation, lies, planning. They all went out, in the end, in this crazy fucked up place. But your way of embracing that, saying you're fundamentally flexible, it's underestimating a core quality. Both can be true. This idea is rad, but you yourself are rad.
Thank you. I really needed to hear that. You okay? You need a glass of water? There's no water here,
geez.
so...
Oh, man. Oh.
Don't take
Marcus,
me up on...
Marcus, man, you may think that you can play any role. That's what you're good at, like you said. Yeah. But there's something already there to begin with. You can take any role you want and do it brilliantly.
Yeah, because they're all already in there. I'm not empty. I'm full as hell.
Yeah. You're already wearing a mask. Actually, it's... Scratch that. It's more like you got a half-formed face, I guess, under it all.
Are you saying that my personality is all an act? Because you're not entirely wrong.
Yeah, I'd considered that for a while. Wouldn't that be really kind of embarrassing?
Yeah, big time.
But I don't think that's necessarily true.
No, not necessarily.
while others might not ever be able to see your true self, you know? There might not be one. It might be an act, like you just said. There is something you do that you've always done. You labor tirelessly for other people. You labor for their joy, regardless of how goddamn pathetic it makes you. You wear 1,000 different masks, but I hate to put it this way. No matter what, we always seem to be a loser.
Aw, don't flatter me, man. You're embarrassed. I'm sorry. I mean, don't embarrass me, man. Yeah,
Shit.
I like to help people. Don't go telling everybody about it.
Yeah, shit, it's really, my cheeks are positively flushed.
Yeah, you don't have cheeks. I don't know.
How do
I don't know
I-
what you have right now, but they're not cheeks.
How do I put this? Like, viziers and liars can control the world, right?
Yeah.
That's cool. That's what you told others, but it's really the fools and the losers who change it for the better. Marcus, we're the type to partially control everything from behind the scenes, but also be on the front making an ass of ourselves.
Oh, of course. I've got to have the camera on me. That's just,
Of
that's
course.
necessary. If I can manipulate things behind the scenes while also being the main character, then, that's the best.
That's win-win.
That's the end goal.
You may be a con artist, but when it comes down to it, you're not a sham. You're the one who makes it to the end with a smile. You're covered in snot and tears. You're pathetic, but undeniably cooler than anyone. Marcus, your soul is completely, undomitably kind.
I had always suspected it. Thanks, me. I think I needed that.
Yeah, whenever other people are getting their crazy demon powers based on angst, just remember, you don't get yours from some sort of dark, overwhelming power. Yours comes from the fact that you, at your core, are a fool. A damn great one. The best the world has ever seen.
There's also the dark, overwhelming power now, but point taken. Thank you.
Can I break one last one open for the road?
Of course you
notice
can.
that the table is completely full of cans.
Wow, I am just impressed, mostly. Go for it. Have as many as you like. And I should probably get back to the real world.
Yes, this might be the last time we ever meet.
That's ridiculous. We'll meet again.
I don't think you even need me anymore.
Dude, if you're not around, then who am I gonna crack one open with? Don't talk like that.
A single tear runs down the Spirit Sherpa's giant, grotesque face. Thanks, man. You always know how to keep it real.
I know.
His form starts to blur, stretch, twist away. Everyone else might think of you as a genius or a moron, but logical and determined might control the world. But it's us, the comedians, who get the last laugh.
You're right there. I high five him as he fades away. And dissipate back into the material realm.
Marcus removes his hand from a book that had been binding it for, quite a few hours straight. The protective wards fall away. You notice that your throat...
My eyes flutter open.
Your throat is in constant agony. Your unconscious body was likely screaming for the entirety of your, trip.
Oh,
Gregor, stop screaming! Gregor!
What? Hello?
He's done screaming.
Some water?
Yeah, dude, we got some lemonade. It's better than water.
What? Okay.
Oh,
Marcus
Marcus, you're
gulps down
awake.
some lemonade, and it's really sour.
It's really terrible.
Any sugar in it at all?
What? No, it's lemonade.
Okay, all right. I got it. Wait, Marcus realizes that Gregor is there, attempts to glare at him, and then gives it up with a shake of his head. He sighs.
Gregor just smiles.
Marcus,
How
you
did-
look like you've been through some shit.
Yeah, how'd the flower business go?
Mysterious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds about right. The world's a fucked up, unnatural place.
Right? That's the conclusion I came to. I give up.
I think it's pretty beautiful.
Kirsch just shrugs and shakes his head.
Yeah, sometimes fucked up and beautiful mean the same things.
But really, you should see this thing.
Yeah, I'll get to it tomorrow. I've had a long night.
Marcus, we came back because we were really worried, and sorry for leaving you alone. When we do something, let's do it all together, okay?
I would of course prefer that to taking action by myself. I just You know I can't always be on board with everything that you do 100% of the time. I'm
Yeah, I guess so.
looking past it for now because, hell, what else is there to do?
Scream at books.
Yeah. Is that what I was doing?
Was that
Yeah,
fun?
it was for like many
Fun
hours.
is a strong word.
I mean, I assumed that you were enjoying it. You were really into it.
Part of it was fun. Most of it wasn't.
Marcus, I wanted to say I'm sorry for going and acting like you weren't part of. I don't know how to express it, man. It's just like, if there ever needs to be a decision between friends and what's right and wrong, what I want to do more than anything else is make that decision as easy as possible for everyone. Because, well, I never want to do this ever again.
Thank you, Kier. I feel the same way.
And I'm sorry that Zelvetta stole the flower and I was okay with that.
That guy's a dick.
Like I said, what's done is
nice.
done. I'm okay with it now. All that we can do is move on from here and try and aim for the best outcome for everyone.
So, what's up with you? You look like you had a time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got an epiphany in your eyes,
Well,
you might say.
I was planning on being stoic and mysterious about it. But since you asked me directly, I was checking out this book about tieflings that Inian gave me.
Uh-huh.
I ran into Inian, by the way. She's doing great.
Oh, cool.
Oh, good.
It kind of warped me to some crazy pocket dimension. I talked to what I assume is a really powerful tiefling. Anyway, my demon soul has been awakened now. I'm going to be hunted down by my demon brethren, and I'm doomed to be consumed endlessly after I eventually die by my infernal ancestor. So I have some things to
Marcus,
think about.
Like, this sounds like a gigantic problem. Don't get me wrong.
It's, it's a thing to consider.
It's
As I keep doing my business. It's fine. It's not a big deal.
no, it's a gigantic deal, and it clearly means a lot to you. But no matter what, whatever comes, whatever we need to do, like, I got your back, man.
Thank you, Kier. That means a lot. I needed to hear that.
I know you're big into the evil business. Like, I know it's pretty much your trade, but you're not actually a bad guy.
Oh no, of course not.
But if you gotta go evil, man, I'm there with you. Like, whatever it takes.
Okay, that's a little weird.
Whatever it takes, Marcus.
I appreciate it. I don't think it's gonna come to that. But thank you. That's a really sweet, actually. Wow. Gregor, if we go evil, you should probably take us out.
Oh yeah, definitely. And we need to talk about a waterfall. You're gonna want to get to a waterfall.
Oh, really?
Soon.
No, it's fine. My illusory double should still be at it.
How certain are you?
Ish?
So, but you said you awoken your demonic spirit. Did you get any special attacks? Can you help me? Can you please let me help name your special attacks?
Here, who else would help me name my special attacks? To answer your question,
Gregor
though,
raises a hand.
apparently my demonic power has been awakened, whatever that means. I feel like there's some sort of restraint that's been lifted, but I can't really tell what that means yet.
So many tests.
We're gonna have to run some tests. This is gonna be fun.
This is gonna be a lot of fun.
For now, I'm thinking that we ransack that bar and try and get a few beers. And a water for Gregor.
I'm really liking the sound of that. Or maybe some lemonade. He's big into lemonade now.
Yeah,
I think
sure.
I think he's having a lemonade.
Well,
fest.
I brought lots of lemons.
Yeah.
Let's get our ransacking on.
But the Yoto's just overflowing.
Yeah,
Literally overflowing.
we're gonna have to fill you in on that, Marcus.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to fill you up with lemons because they got nowhere to go.
Okay, let's do it over a drink.
It was simultaneously much better and also much worse than you could ever have imagined.
Can I freshen it up with some lemons? I am over encumbered.
With lemons. How did you fit that many lemons in your pockets?
Guys, it's only been a day, but it's felt like an eternity since I shared a drink with you.
I will drink to not having drunk together for some time.
Holy shit, you did it! You really fucking did it! Holy fucking shit, you really fucking win and did it! Goddamn, you really did it! Holy shit, you did it! You piece of fucking shit, you really win and goddamn did it! You class upped! Holy fuck! Goddamn shit! That's messed up! Screw balance! Screw gameplay! Screw story! You class upped!